On this journey, drawing inspiration from ancient wisdom, we will discover how to command respect without having to utter a single word. We will examine together 9 habits that will fundamentally transform the way people perceive you by reflecting your strength and determination in a natural, effortless, and effective manner. This is not solely about physical presence. It is also about self-confidence, attitude, and the silent language of the body. When you master this art, you quietly radiate respect and authority. True power comes from within and is reflected in how you exist alongside others and how you interact with them. If you are tired of being taken lightly and desire a fundamental transformation, this journey may be exactly what you need. What is shared here offers the keys you need to turn the tables and to allow the person you truly are, someone whose worth is seen and respected, to emerge. Remember, as ancient wisdom teaches, true power lies not in ruling others, but in ruling yourself. 1. Self-confidence, the foundation of silent power. The first secret to commanding respect is self-confidence. Self-confidence rests upon a deep understanding of our worth and the acceptance of our abilities, including our limitations. Think of a leader entering a room. They need not say a single word to make their presence felt and to declare their authority. Their posture, their gaze, and even the rhythm of their steps carry a message of self-assurance and self-sufficiency. This kind of presence is something all of us can build in our everyday lives. So where should we begin? First and foremost, it is vitally important to grasp that confidence is not the arrogance of knowing everything or being the best in every field. Genuine confidence means feeling at peace with yourself, embracing both your brilliant sides and your fragile points. It is harboring an unwavering belief in your abilities and your values without being dependent on external validation. The ancient sages taught that confidence is built from within. According to the great sage Epictetus, no one who does not possess themselves is free. This reminds us that genuine confidence is born not from how people judge us or what value they assign to us, but from within, from our command over our own actions and reactions. Another fundamental practice is the art of conscious presence. Whether in a meeting or in conversation with a friend, be wholly present in that moment. Maintain an upright posture. Look people in the eye. Listen actively. This conscious presence does not merely show respect to the person before you, it also reinforces your own credibility and worth. Self-confidence is a habit developed through small yet resolute changes in the way we behave and think, and it is one of the most attractive qualities a person can carry. Yet remember, self-confidence is silent. You do not need to talk about your achievements or put on a display. Simply be there. Be authentic, and preserve your inner tranquility. By internalizing ancient wisdom and practicing self-confidence in your everyday actions, you will discover that the power to assert yourself and to recognize your own worth has actually been inside you all along, waiting to come to the surface. As Marcus Aurelius said, "Look within. The source of goodness is there, and if you keep digging, it will continually gush upward." 2. Composure, a still lake in the midst of a storm. Imagine you are in a business meeting and a tense argument has flared up. Everyone is raising their voice, striving to force their own ideas through. Then you notice someone who remains calm, observing the situation with cool composure. This person has not said a single word, yet their presence is felt like a magnet. In this scenario, composure speaks louder than any shout. Composure is like a still lake at the heart of a storm. While everything around churns, its calm surface reflects strength and self-control. This tranquility and sound judgment demonstrates self-respect and mental clarity in every context. So why is staying calm in stressful moments so difficult? The answer to this question may lie hidden in our instinctive response to stress. In this response, we often confuse activity with productivity. The great sage Seneca taught that inner peace is not the absence of hardship, but the ability to cope with it in a balanced way. Just as the ancient sages drew sustenance from composure by arriving at decisions through reason, we too can learn to demonstrate our worth without saying a word by practicing this habit in our everyday lives. When we cultivate composure, our ability to listen actively, without interrupting or judging, deepens. We can also maintain a peaceful stance even in heated debates and respond to criticism without becoming defensive. Composure is incredibly attractive. When you are calm, you emit a sense of confidence and stability that many people find irresistible. In the context of ancient wisdom, composure is a powerful indicator of courage and self-control in a world where many are inclined to speak loudly to be noticed and to act without thinking. Cultivating composure may be a quiet path, but it is extraordinarily effective in commanding respect. It is important to understand that staying calm does not mean remaining indifferent or behaving passively. It means being at peace and holding the reins of your emotions, which, though silent, speaks volumes about your character. As Lao Tzu said, "He who knows others is wise. He who knows himself is enlightened." Cultivating composure is the hallmark of a deep self-knowledge and inner power. 3. Integrity, a virtue that needs no words. In the context of ancient wisdom, integrity is not merely a desirable trait but a necessity for leading a virtuous life. Integrity is the flawless alignment between our inner values and our outward actions, and it enables us to demonstrate our worth without needing words. A person of integrity need not praise their own virtues or talents. Their actions speak on their behalf. What defines their true character is how they behave even when no one is watching. Integrity cannot be imitated, it must take root within you. To develop integrity, you must first know your own values. What is truly important to you? Which principles guide your life? Set aside time to think deeply about these questions and make certain that your actions align with your answers. When your actions are in harmony with your values, you reflect an extremely attractive authenticity, and this silently transforms the way others perceive you. Another vital dimension of integrity is being honest not only with others, but with yourself. This means acknowledging your mistakes and drawing lessons from them. People hold a deep respect for those who show the courage to admit their mistakes and who work to improve themselves. Integrity frees you from the burden of maintaining a false image, allowing you to live more lightly and more peacefully. It is important to remember that integrity is built not upon grand gestures, but upon small and consistent behaviors. Take care to be punctual. Deliver your work on time. Treat everyone with respect and compassion, regardless of who they are or what they can offer you. When you weave a character of integrity through these small yet determined steps, you become recognized as a person of solid principles and values. You build a life filled with meaning and purpose. Integrity is the foundation upon which one trusts oneself and respects others. Remember the words of Marcus Aurelius, "Integrity is the soul of a person. Without it, a person is nothing." 4. Self-discipline, becoming the master of yourself. Imagine you are in a business meeting and a colleague has begun speaking about an important project. You want to interrupt to show that you also grasp the subject, but then you remember the importance of self-discipline. Instead of interrupting, you take a deep breath and listen attentively. It is at that very moment that you earn respect and admiration. Demonstrating that you can control yourself, that you can hold the reins of your emotions and reactions, is proof not only of maturity, but also of inner power. People who practice self-discipline tend to make wiser decisions, build healthier relationships, and are met with deeper respect from those around them. On the other hand, a lack of self-discipline lays the groundwork for impulsive decisions, unnecessary conflicts, and a damaged reputation. Consider the long-term repercussions of these choices on your personal and professional life. The power of responding to every challenge with a calm and clear mind is immense. The ancient sages taught that through continuous and conscious practice, we can strengthen our ability to control our emotions. This practice helps us respond constructively and proportionately in every situation. Embracing the stance of self-discipline is not merely an exercise in personal discipline, it is also a choice to lead a more meaningful life, one that focuses on what truly carries weight. In the coming days, challenge yourself to practice self-discipline in your everyday interactions and observe how it transforms the way you are perceived and how it deepens your relationships. Everyone admires those who can maintain their composure and act with sound judgment in every situation. This is the hallmark of an inner power that many people respect and aspire to possess. This tranquility and rationality brings self-discipline and mental clarity to light. Remember, True power lies not in ruling others, but in ruling yourself. He who is master of himself is greater than he who is master of the world. This ancient saying reminds us that true power rises from our depths. Self-discipline does not merely help us remain calm in the midst of chaos, it also enables us to reflect confidence and wisdom. As masters of ourselves, we become living embodiments of inner strength and wisdom. 5. Presence. Being wholly here and now. The quality of being completely in the moment, of truly being there with the people and situations you encounter, is called presence. When you surrender yourself wholly to the present moment, your energy and focus become pronounced and positively affect everyone around you. Being present is one of those things that is difficult to define yet easy to recognize the moment we see it. The great sage Seneca once said, "To be everywhere is to be nowhere." This means that when we try to divide our attention among countless things, we are in reality paying attention to nothing. Being present means focusing entirely on the here and now. A study conducted at Harvard University revealed that our minds are occupied with scattered thoughts approximately 47% of the time, meaning we spend nearly half of our lives not truly present in what we are doing. So how can we develop the habit of presence? The practice of being present is not merely a skill, it is a philosophy of life that the ancient sages mastered. The wise emperor Marcus Aurelius employed a striking strategy. He would say, "You could leave life right now." He reinforced this insight by telling us that we must live every moment, as if it were our last, with complete awareness and presence. This awareness does not merely elevate our quality of life, it also deepens our perception and effectiveness in every situation. For example, during a conversation, be genuinely engaged. Instead of thinking about your reply while the other person speaks, listen to them. Whether you are working or resting, focus on what is in front of you. Being in the moment is not just physically occupying a space, it is also being mentally and emotionally involved. Sometimes distraction can be as tempting as a mesmerizing trap. Yet resisting the allure of surrendering yourself to that trap is vitally important. If you catch your mind wandering to other lands, gently redirect your focus to the present moment. Use the moments when your attention drifts not as failures, but as reminders to strengthen your presence muscle and to engage with the now. Being present is one of the most precious gifts we can offer ourselves and others. 6. Humility, a silent yet striking virtue. Humility is often confused with weakness, yet in truth, it is a powerful virtue that helps us focus less on ourselves and more on others and the world around us. Think of a leader in a work team who is quiet yet whose presence is powerful. They feel no need to talk about their achievements or their skills. Their humility reveals itself in helping their colleagues, in listening more than speaking, and in acknowledging their mistakes. In doing so, they create an environment of respect and trust. This leader does not need to say they are competent, their actions demonstrate it clearly. Now think of another figure, a boss who talks incessantly about their achievements, corrects others to prove they are right, and feels the need to belittle people to feel important. Does this person receive the same level of respect as the first leader? Probably not. Humility is a powerful virtue that reveals our worth in an authentic and lasting way. True power and confidence spring not from showing off or overshadowing others, but from the ability to remain calm and authentic in every situation. When you maintain your composure, you display an inner strength that many people admire and respect. This tranquility makes it possible for you to act with sound judgment even in the most challenging situations. The great sage Epictetus says, "It is impossible for a person to learn what they think they already know." This reminds us that humility is indispensable for growth and learning. Accepting that we do not have all the answers is a sign of true wisdom. Acknowledging your limitations does not merely make you more approachable, it also opens new doors for learning and transformation. So how can we cultivate humility? First, accept that you do not know everything. This is one of the most difficult steps, especially in an age where everyone wants to appear as an expert. The practice of humility begins with acknowledging our own flaws and limitations. This makes it possible for us to continuously grow and learn without the pressure of being perfect. Another vital practice is listening more than speaking. Give others the space to share their thoughts and experiences without interrupting them or trying to impose your own perspective. Humility is also reflected in how you treat people regardless of their status or position. Treat everyone with the same level of respect and dignity. Remember that every person has their own story and something valuable to offer. Acknowledging your mistakes and drawing lessons from them is also among the cornerstones of this virtue. No one is perfect and we all stumble. The difference lies in how we respond to those stumbles. Rather than defending yourself or producing excuses, accept that you were wrong and show your willingness to learn and grow. The ability to be vulnerable and honest in the face of failure is a great demonstration of strength. By practicing humility, you become more approachable and authentic. People feel comfortable around you because they do not feel the pressure of having to impress or compete. Remember, humility is not weakness, it is the hallmark of true power and confidence. It is the foundation of a life rich in meaningful learning and genuine relationships. 7. Patience, the virtue whose fruit is sweetest. Aristotle said, "Patience is bitter, but its fruit is sweet." In an age ruled by haste and impatience, the ability to wait, observe, and act at the right moment, silent yet crystal clear, is a demonstration of strength and wisdom. Patience is a virtue that can fundamentally transform the way you are perceived and the relationships you build with others. Think of a growing bamboo. In the first few years, there is virtually no visible growth. Yet underground, it is developing a robust and complex root system. When it finally breaks through the surface, it grows rapidly and reaches incredible heights. Patience is the same. Its value may not be immediately visible, but its foundation is being woven in the depths. We live in a fast-paced world that demands quick answers and instant results. Patience is the ability to wait without succumbing to frustration, to acknowledge that things take time, and to maintain your tranquility throughout the process. People who act with patience display an inner control that radiates confidence and authority. One of the ancient sages declared, "Patience is the courage of virtue." Patience enables us to assess situations with a clear eye and to respond with thought rather than reacting without thinking. To develop patience, it is extremely important to become aware of the moments when impatience tends to surface. For instance, if you easily become irritated in traffic or while waiting for an important response, use those moments as opportunities to practice patience. Ask yourself, is this truly important enough to cause me stress? Patience is also a way of showing respect to others. When you wait for your turn to speak or give others the space to express their ideas, you demonstrate that you value their thoughts and contributions. This behavior does not go unnoticed and quietly amplifies the respect others hold for you. It is important to remember that patience is not merely about waiting, but about how you exist while you wait. Furthermore, patience allows you to observe the dynamics around you. Rather than wanting to interrupt or intervene in a situation, you can analyze it and make far more conscious decisions. This does not merely demonstrate your worth, it also strengthens your ability to build relationships. Finally, remember the words of Epictetus, "No great thing is created suddenly. Just as a grape or a figure. If you tell me you want a fig, I will tell you that it takes time." Being patient is not merely a demonstration of self-control, it is also a silent affirmation of your worth and your sense of self. 8. Gratitude, a stance more powerful than words. The great thinker Cicero said, "Gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but the parent of all others." This saying reminds us that gratitude is a powerful habit that enables us to recognize the value of the things and people around us, even without expressing it in words. Imagine a person who always finds something to be grateful for rather than complaining. Think of someone who, when faced with a difficult task, is grateful for the growth opportunity it represents. This person does not need to speak about their gratitude, their actions and attitude clearly display it. By practicing gratitude, we reflect strength and wisdom in a quiet yet significant way, demonstrating a deep understanding and appreciation of what we possess. Think back to the past week. How many times did you silently practice gratitude without feeling the need to constantly put it into words? How did you feel in those moments? Research has revealed that body posture, nonverbal language, and self-confidence play an extremely critical role in how we are perceived. A study conducted at Harvard University has proven that a powerful posture can actually change our brain chemistry, increasing confidence and reducing stress. In other words, true empowerment begins with an internal transformation. We tend to focus on what we lack or what we desire. Yet the ancient sages teach the importance of valuing what we already possess. Seneca said, "It is not the man who has too little who is poor, but the one who craves more." This saying reminds us that true wealth comes not from always wanting more, but from knowing the value of what we already hold. Remember, gratitude is not just about saying thank you. It is about living with an attitude of appreciation and contentment. When we practice gratitude, we become aware of the value of our own accomplishments and of the people around us. This practice does not merely strengthen us internally, it also transforms the way others perceive us. Instead of striving to prove ourselves, we begin to radiate a quiet confidence that speaks for itself. 9. The silent art of self-expression. You do not need to say something for everyone to notice your presence. A study conducted at Harvard Business School revealed that 55% of communication is nonverbal. From your posture to your facial expressions, the way you present yourself profoundly affects how others perceive you. Your personal worth is most often conveyed silently yet powerfully. However, the anxiety of being noticed or the need for external validation frequently drives you to exaggerate or to speak more than necessary. This behavior can damage your credibility and cause others to view you negatively. By trying too hard, you push people away from you and harm your reputation. In ancient wisdom, we learn that true power is born from self-discipline and discernment. As Epictetus stated, happiness and freedom begin with a clear understanding of one principle: some things are within our control, and some things are not. Understanding this helps you focus on what truly carries weight and to act with integrity and tranquility. Through self-discipline and wisdom, you express yourself with sincerity. When you present yourself in a calm and self-assured manner, you convey a silent power that is respected and admired. Developing this nonverbal presence can fundamentally transform the way you are perceived. Let your actions and your attitude reveal your true worth. You will discover what a difference this authenticity and tranquility makes in your relationships and in the way you are seen. Rather than trying to say things to prove yourself, let it be understood without being said. Silence, in the right hands, is the most powerful tool of communication. We have reached the end of this journey, dear soul. Each of the 9 habits is a different face of a single truth. True power is not proclaimed loudly, it is lived silently. Self-confidence, composure, integrity, self-discipline, presence, humility, patience, gratitude, and the silent art of self-expression. Each of these virtues forms a language that speaks far louder than words. It does not matter which habit you begin with. What matters is that you begin. Remember, what truly makes you powerful is not what you say, but how you exist.